Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And welcome to Signal Iduna.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Players, everyone.
According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Messi. Ferran Torres. Yamal. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's just misjudged that one. Fermin. And Yamal. Searching pass he's played there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Chance! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Griezmann. Griezmann will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And the pass is intercepted. Yamal. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's Olmo. Fermin picks it up out wide. Fermin! Oh, that wasn't far away. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Messi. And back to the keeper they go. Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, super find. And he's managed to get... And the shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
And he thumps it clear. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Now it's Donadoni. De Jong. And it's Balde. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fermin. Ferran Torres. Pass is just off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, what has happened here? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's played through for him. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you...
Donadoni! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Donadoni really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's got full. And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Quality ball. Wriggles his way through. Now it's Yamal.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's got away. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Borussia Dortmund heading towards the half-time break. The win very much in their sails. In with the challenge. Oh, good-looking ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. De Jong. Dani Olmo. Tries to pass it through. Adeyemi. Oh, super ball. He's having a shot! And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
The goal score for Borussia Dortmund after 43 minutes.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Gabriel Batistuta.
No, that is pretty much the end of that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. And Batistuta! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
This possibly the last play of the half. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Messi's cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's going to be another corner. So can they do it again? There's the header. That was quite a test for the goalkeeper. And the half-time whistle goes. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Borussia Dortmund absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves, just stay calm and see this one out.
Borussia Dortmund, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. Here we go again then. Rafinha. Beckenbauer. That's an imaginative pass. Al-Kubasi spots it and intercepts. And this is Batistuta. Adeyemi. Adeyemi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's a good ball out wide. Not the most accurate pass. Serginho. Koundé cuts it out. De Jong. Stood up well to him there. Batistuta. Griezmann. Griezmann! And that's off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. Borussia Dortmund really do look to have it all sewn up here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Dani Olmo played out to the left flank. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And this is Batistuta. Can he finish? Nicely spread.
The attendance for
I'll
this
tell you,
match
Peter,
was
the keeper owes him big time
62,005.
there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Messi has a shot! Oh, crossbar! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number
We have
20,
got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Number 9, Griezmann. Coming on the
Borussia
field.
Dortmund perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Number 4, Brandt. Substitutions taking
Looking for the run. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Fermin. Now, can they get him away? David Villa in acres of space out wide. And that has been knocked clear. And the shot! Well, that is remarkable.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number
The changes
22,
then in quick succession.
Donadoni. Number 10, Messi.
De Jong.
Coming on
It's
the
a
field.
really well-measured ball.
Number 13,
Borussia Dortmund will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Batistuta is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off. And they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Neatly clipped into... Shoots! It's in! Just cruising! They are cruising! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Park Ji-sung demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
After 72 minutes is...
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Ji-sung.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Substitution.
Good ball over the top. That's a decent clearance. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Olmo. Park Ji-sung with the foul.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 18, Batistuta. Coming on the field is
Dani
number
Olmo.
17, Erling Haaland.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's intervened well there. Koundé. This is De Jong. And it's Olmo. Now it's Villa. That's a nicely shaped ball. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Dani Olmo. Fermin. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Eric Garcia. And it's Balde. Now, he's got space here. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Villa. Chance! And he hits the net! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund after 86 minutes is number 11.
Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
David Villa.
Now it's Haaland. This looks promising. Park Ji-sung. David Villa. Chance, surely! They've scored! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund after
De Jong.
89 minutes is...
Well, yet
Number
another
11,
interception and a show of
David Villa.
anticipation to be
That
commended.
could set him on his way. Shot! Goal! Goal! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
6 added minutes.
And
have
that
been
means
indicated.
just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's Lopez. Great vision. He's in space and looking for options. Foot in. Serginho.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He has found the way through. And a chance! No, it's wide. De Jong, played back to the goalkeeper. And there goes the final whistle. Borussia Dortmund looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. David Villa collecting the match ball and it is his. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly. and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nice.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The Signal Iduna Park, located in Dortmund. It really is a tremendous arena.
And now,
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference
number
here?
16.
Well, Fikayo Tomori has a rare reputation of being one of the few English footballers to succeed particularly well in Italy, and his very front-footed approach to defending has been very impressive. He's very fast for a defender, and that pace allows him to both engage opponents early, while at the same time he can do a lot of covering and recovering, so being able to deal with raw pace is a huge asset these days.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. We have already started here. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. Adeyemi's cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it again. Adeyemi. Adeyemi's cross. Oh, smashing header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Messi. Adeyemi. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably...
He's going for goal! He's got away with one there. Gabia. Rabiot. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's beaten the last man. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Tomori. Now this could be a chance. And he's picked it up out wide. Donadoni. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Still goalless at the moment. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Xabi Alonso. Knocks it out wide. Ryerson. Griezmann. He's having a go! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, that is asking for trouble. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Adeyemi. Shot at goal! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Number 20, Adeyemi.
Borussia Dortmund are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, played through for the wide man. And he shoots! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
And we have our very first corner. Punched away. Oh, easy pickings there. Milan are looking to go forward now. And he's being shifted off it. No luck with that dink over the top. Salmakers. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, this looks sharp. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. He's in plenty of space here.
Might want to be careful there.
Batasagi got a long way forward to join the attack. Oh, that's superb. And the finish! Ricci. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Rabiot. It's a promising position. Flashes it across. Keeper has taken decisive action.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's hoisted clear. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Griezmann. Xabi Alonso. He shifted it to the flank. And he thumps it clear. It's their second corner of the game. Shoots! Nicely aimed pass. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Played into space. And this is Batistuta. Batasagi. Quality ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Great vision. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Everyone, please welcome
Any opinion
our
you'd like to
players.
express on the first half?
Borussia Dortmund deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Borussia Dortmund head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are back underway. Borussia Dortmund carrying a 1-goal lead. And he's picked it up out wide. Adeyemi's cross. Batistuta! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Nicely shaped ball. He won't be happy with that one. Tomori. Ricci. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Tomori. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's through, now is he? And the shot! They've scored! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Number 18.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given him an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And it's Griezmann. Good take, and is he... And Batistuta! Salmakas. And it's Modric. Nkunku. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Donatoni. He's looking wide. Messi.
The attendance for this match
It's a corner.
60,179.
So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Batistuta. Shapes to shoot! Chance again. No.
Borussia Dortmund really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Gabia. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Beckenbauer gets rid without sophistication. Oh, Red, nice interception. And here's Nkunku. Showing great feet there. Rafael Leao! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Substitutions taking place.
Borussia Dortmund choosing to make the first change. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Rafael Leao, who's set up one goal so far. Spread it left. Borussia Dortmund do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. That has not gone well. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Batistuta has it out wide and in space. Oh, that was vital.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And he's had a hit! Oh, that is outstanding! He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Number 11, David Villa.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Borussia Dortmund take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution for Milan, number 12, Rabiot. Coming on to replace him is number 19, Fofana.
And it's Ricci. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Brandt. David Villa in acres of space out wide. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Gabia for Salamakers. Ricci. Park Ji-sung. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Now it's Villa. It's a pretty loose pass. Just 5 minutes left. He's had it taken off him. David Villa. Can he get on the end of this? That's the keeper's ball. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Ricci. Picked out brilliantly. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. And what a climax we have here! Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Stoichkov! Goal!
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund, number 21.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Batasagi. Beckenbauer. And it's Brandt. Modric. Played out wide. Salamakers. Oh, it's played into the... Oh, what a climb! And the keeper has reacted. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Borussia Dortmund definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're
Thanks to
expecting
Jim.
traffic
We
to be
both wish
heavy
you
after
a
the
very
final
good
whistle
evening.
today.
Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, you'd almost expect to know what kind of game this fella, Alejandro Balde, is going to play. I mean, we know he can operate on either side, and he's a cracking carrier of the ball. But his pace and ability to track back are huge pluses. So this guy gets up and down the pitch to great effect.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. We have already started here. He's just misjudged that one. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Has another go!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Pass is just off target. And that's put paid to a promising move. Barcelona are applying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. He's being urged to shoot. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. David Villa with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Looking to play him in. He can run onto that. Is there any support? He might not need it. And it's been played through. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, they're very much the better team.
And Boyan! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Great vision. Bellingham providing an outlet on that flank. Messi! In for the pieces! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Rudiger knocks it into space. Neymar, chance to deliver, brilliantly cut out.
Barcelona clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Now it's Villa. And the shot! Really well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Barcelona are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vallejo.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Barcelona heading towards the half-time break. The win very much in their sails. Bellingham. Chance here to counter. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. Oh, shoots! Oh, taken with style! And they're at it again in double quick time.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And yes, it's him again. Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Gets into some space. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. And he knocks it clear. Messi. It's beyond the defence. And the through ball. And he's surging through. He shot, surely! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Bellingham with the foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Bellingham with the slide tackle there. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Barcelona really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Barcelona are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Nicely spread. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Guardiola. Now it's Neymar. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Bellingham. Shot at goal! Goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Could try cutting inside here. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Bojan. David Villa looking to shake off some unwanted attention. Well, he's chance for a shot! And he is just ripping it up.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Bojan Krkic taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
I think he's put in a good
face-to-face, hits a shot! He scores! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now that looks a decent ball. David Villa. Look at the space here. And this is... Can he finish? Barcelona with the corner. They're first. He gets big. He And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Tries to pass it through. He's in a great position here. David Villa! They've scored! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Neymar. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 8, el dorsal 14.
Barcelona have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for options for movement. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
He's having a shot! And that is faded wide.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Albacete making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Nicely shaped ball. Griezmann. Cross flung in towards the middle. Shapes to shoot! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, that was coming, Peter. You know, he was on a final warning after all. Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
No way through there. Oh, this looks sharp. Vallejo promptly onto that, and that is that. The final 5 minutes. And they can counter here. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And a shot! No, it's wide.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10.
Now some movement on the bench,
Messi.
and we are going to see a change.
11. Villa. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7. Modric. El dorsal 17. Benzema. Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, good ball! Nicely weighted ball. There's the shot! He has done it! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Ended up in no man's land. Now it's Griezmann, over to the left. Pedri! So what can they make of this? Oh, good-looking ball. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter.
Decent chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So, a breakthrough already. Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham, he's got away. This looks promising. Chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And we have our very first corner. And the ball's come loose here. Now this could be a chance. Valencia have the chance to go the other way. There's the shot! Sticks it away! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Terrible error, duly punished.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He's looking wide. Now it's Danjuma. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Barcelona are already cruising here. 2-0, a fabulous start. Oh, played right into his path. Messi. In by Messi. He's got tall. Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Fulquier. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Oh, super ball. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
It's played through for him. Great ball, and he's in here. Bellingham! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Has a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2, then. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Corner number 3 coming up. Surely now! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
He won't be happy with that one. Lovely pass, but can he get... Hugo Duro! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Pepelu. Great defending, strong and determined. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Half an hour played now. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Bellingham plays it in. Punched away. Rioja gets it away. And this is Messi. And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. What are you thinking about the goal?
Yeah, anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Vinicius Junior picks it up out wide. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. Hugo Duro. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Picks out, and he shoots! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl!
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That's Duro. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Might want to be careful there.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And it's Pepelu. Bellingham. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. Shapes to shoot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And one more try! Opts to play it back. Real chance! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Barcelona have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. And we are already promptly back underway. He's having a go! Danjuma. Pepelu. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Pepelu. Aimed beyond the defence. Not the most convincing of passes. Kunde has given away a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Pepelu tries to play it through. David Villa is onto this. Bojan, in by Bojan. Xavi Alonso knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. And the shot! Has another go! He has done it! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
Goes for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Now it's Duro. Rioja. Time and again they are repelled. Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub. Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And it's Fouquier. Messi does well to stand firm and defend it. No, that's been intercepted. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Gaia. Now it's Sadiq. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's had it taken off him. Just about up to 75 minutes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in execute.
It's Lewandowski! That is terrific from Lewandowski! A finish of true class! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Valencia making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
El dorsal 11 será sustituido por el dorsal 12.
Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Now it's Lewandowski. That's beautifully weighted. There's no Messi! They've done it! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Valencia making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pepelu. Now it's Sadiq. Oh, easy pickings there. Now he's got space here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Oh, no joy this time. Fouquier. This is Danjuma. Now it's Villa. Tries to pass it through. And he was alert to it. Takes a shot! Oh, super goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Chomer. Quality ball. Lopez. Now who's going to be first to this? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Lewandowski, and he welcomes it in. And it's made its way to him. He's on straight chance! Oh, taken with style! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Pepelu. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's well spotted. Chomer. And it's Correa. A probing pass. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. All the way back. Chomer. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. David Villa, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball. But he's also a very neat dribbler, so not the type to stay put, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Climbs up big! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Barcelona break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Out towards the flank. Really fierce, close defending. And it's made its way to him. Now that's a fine challenge. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. And he was quick to react. Messi. Bojan Krkić going face-to-face with his great rival. He's having a shot! It's wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Can he fit it? That's another chance!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tries to play it through.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Tries a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It's played through for him. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Played up towards the front line. Stood up well to him there. Can he spark a counter here? And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Can he get on the end of this? David Villa! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Vinicius Junior receives it in a wide position, and the through ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. That's a good ball out wide. What a throw in. Pinches it off him. Harrison did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Barcelona are at the peak of their... And Boyan! Really well taken goal. Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Oh, that's well spotted. Played out to the right. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space. That's the keeper's ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Bojan. Bojan. He's got away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Now, can they get him away? They played right into his path. Great chance! And that has faded wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Xabi Alonso gets a foot in here. Now it's Bojan. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Barcelona are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And he's managed to get free. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done. Chance! They've scored! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Rudiger with the slide tackle there. Quickly taken. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. It's a promising position. Oh, he's played it in low. Balde. Now that looks a decent ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Villa. And a chance! No mistake! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
That's an imaginative pass. David Villa is on his... And the shot! He's got a goal! How many Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Vinicius Junior taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he's picked it up out wide.
Asciende a 96.628 espectadores.
Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 9.
And he's there to clear it.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And now they can spring out of defence. That is good strength. And he thumps it clear. Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. David Villa received his through and all alone. David Villa! No, it's wide.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. No, again there's no way through. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name, and he's picked out the run. He's in a great position here. Mbappe! And it's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Gol del Barcelona. Marcó en el minuto 74 el dorsal 18. Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Now it's Villa. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this alive. And he shoots! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Aimed beyond the defence. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Knocks it into space. Chance here to counter. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
And he's been shifted off it. That's really well manoeuvred. And this is Messi. And the shot! This time, surely! He's scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Oh, that's a key interception. Decent progress down the left.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Griezmann.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. David John, surely! It's in! 500 goals! 500 goals! Stop everything and remember where you were.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Knocks it out wide. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Oh, the ball's run loose here. This could be their final throw of the dice. Now it's Messi. He's through here. That's that, the end. Barcelona can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. David Villa walking off with the spoils, richly deserved. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. The action has already started. Schuller gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
Peter, he's a player with all the physical attributes to get his team out of a jam at the back, either by mopping up a loose ball or launching a last-ditch challenge. His calming presence might also help his team get into fewer of those sticky situations in the first place, I guess.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Raul. And they're on him in a flash.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And the shot! Oh, would you believe it? The goal to end it all! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that ends it. All over in a flash. Wow.
Borussia Dortmund really went looking for it, didn't they? And this was the reward their approach warranted. This was a...
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow. Beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this fellow, the French Guinea...
He's having a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end. Gross gets through on his own. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gross. Ryerson. Now Schuler. Ryerson. Great vision. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's not an especially good pass, that. Nemecha. That's an imaginative pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cross from Brandt. And that's the keeper's ball. Sabitzer. Nemecha wins the duel this time. That is ended up in no man's land. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Sabitzer. So what can they make of this? Nemecha gets over and intercepts. That is good alertness. Sabitzer. Nemecha. And it's Gross. Gross! Mighty close.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nemecha. Gross charging forward, the ball at his feet. Brandt has it in a wide position. There's the header! And now they can clear their lines. Adeyemi's cross. Sabitzer. Can he finish? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And the volley. Plays it across. And he's taking no chances there. Nemecha. Not the most accurate pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's done it! The goal to end it all! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And that ends it. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's gone loose. Oh, well played, well sorted out. This looks promising, and he's found a way past.
Van Nistelrooy really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And that is out of play. Danger averted for now. Looking to play him in. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Shoots! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Girassi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Brandt, and he welcomes it in. Mateus has it out wide and in space. Forward it goes, and he was quick to react. Van Nistel applies the finish! Nemecha. Oh, a delicate chip through. Looking for options for movement. It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Mateus. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And he's only too happy to take that back. Adeyemi. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Here comes the corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared away. Mateus. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And he's lost his man here. Gross, Gravenberg gives no quarter whatsoever. Oh, what a ball! And a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Gets into some space. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. And he's in on goal. That's a sharp pass. Sabitzer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. He's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. Schlotterbeck. That's an imaginative pass. And he's being shifted off it. Gross. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. No, that's been intercepted. Now he's got space here. No, he's just misjudged that one. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that's well spotted.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
He's looking wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the finish! And that should get the job done.
There will be 1 minute
And
added
can they
time.
get him away? Girassi. Now it's Brandt. Oh, that's fabulous. Chooses to go back. Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch. And the whistle goes for half-time. That gets things going for the second half. Tries to play it through. Aims beyond the defence. And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Gross. No way through. That is good alertness. And it's Gross. There's a sharp little ball here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's intervened well there. Looking for a runner. Can he latch on to this? It's a promising position. Elects to... Gets his head on it! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Girassi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, that has not gone well. A long ball by the goalkeeper. Harrison kept his eye on it, and he's there. A probing pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mateus. He's being urged to shoot. Shot a goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Corner number 2 then. Mateus goes short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. He's found a way through. Nice defending, physical and effective. Harrison did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Neatly clipped into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ryerson. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely shaped ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mateus! And they've got rid. Foot in. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Ambitious ball here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nemecha. And that is a little undercooked. Hazard. That's going to go a long way.
Substitution.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gross. Oh, that's clever. Threads one in. Pass somewhat off target. Great vision. Van Nistelrooy receives it in a good position here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain...
Takes a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay onside.
Borussia Dortmund making consecutive changes here. The most accurate pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Triol promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, easy pickings there. It could be in here. And no, that was never going to make it. Hazard. Chukwuemeka kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Chance here to counter. Can he get it through? And it's made its way to him.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way, and he's had a hit!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Has been indicated.
Played into space. Well, they've got it again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Juli could try cutting in. Chance! Oh, would you believe it? They willed it, and it happened! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And there you have it. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Cruyff! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And Messi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cruyff with the short one. Adeyemi. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lofted upfield. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Wriggles his way through. Wirtz! Now, who's going to be first to this? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Look at this, and he's had a hit! Oh, he's done it! The most decisive of all goals! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
The goal scorer.
And that ends it. All over in a flash. Wow.
Well, I think it was the perfect...
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this fella, the French Ghanaian Seho Girassi, is a very interesting option. He's blessed with pace. He enjoys playing the lone role up front. He's instinctive, he's opportunistic, and he really works for his team too, because when it comes to defence,
Chukwuemeka! Danger averted for now.
that, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Adeyemi. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, would you believe it? The goal to end it all! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And with that, the end. All over in a flash. Wow.
Boom. What a performance. What a performance. Once that whistle went, there really was no looking back, was there? The game just flew past us all.
Today that smoking is only
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. We have already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous.
Bellingham, driving forward, he's through here. And this is Lewandowski, he's found, shoots! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Villa. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Spread neatly. He's got away. Bellingham. He's chosen to go back. And this is their chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Koundé. He's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for a runner. Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. And he's whipped it across. And it's claimed by the keeper. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Aims beyond the defence. Goes for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Rudiger. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
That'll be a throw. And it's Correa. Madrid were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows...
Great chance! It's a goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Bayer punts it upfield. Now it's Bellingham, and he's picked out the run. And that has been clubbed away and reclaimed it in a trice. He's gone for goal! Howson tries to clear. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Could move up a gear here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Bojan Krkić was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Looking tidy in possession here. And he's straight offside. He's having a go! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Lewandowski.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pinches it off him. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni stood his ground strongly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Searching pass he's played there. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Thierry Correa. Hazard. Great vision. Bojan Krkić providing an outlet on that flank. He's shifting through the gears here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That has ended up in no man's land. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again then.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Looking for options for movement. Bellingham picks it up out wide. Mbappe! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Thierry Correa. Now, can they get him away? Bellingham has it out wide and in space. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's a sharp little ball here. That's been slipped through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
A good take in a good area, and the shot! In he goes again! Yes, it's in! And just like that, he's into double figures now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a shade optimistic.
Asciende a 96.847 espectadores.
Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
That was lovely, that.
Vinicius Junior going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 4.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. And that is a little undercooked. Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Couldn't squeeze it through. That is a brilliant interception. Mbappe given the lift of his goal. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick.
Takes a shot! Spread it left. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lewandowski. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. Barcelona faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Now,
27.
power or placement.
El dorsal 5. El dorsal 20.
And he's found the net! And he does it with ice in his veins.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
¡Gol! Marcó en el minuto 73 el dorsal 11. Cambio de jugadores.
Madrid choosing to make the first change.
Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
Madrid go into the lead. Chooses to go crossfield. Now this could be a chance. Looking to play him in. Sorlot receives it in. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So,
10.
power or guile,
Messi.
what's it going to be?
Será
Looking to
reemplazado
widen
por
the gap
el
even
dorsal
further
8.
here. Soot shapes to shoot! And he hits the net! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid go two up and into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha. Well played. Important challenge that. Rudiger defending his corner. And the shot! Chance, surely! Worth a try, but not this time.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Showing good feet, and he's been shifted off it. Threads one in.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort. That's just playing it safe and simple. Yeah, very good job. He positioned himself there. Sorlot really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rudiger. That's an imaginative pass. And the flag has stayed down. Ambitious ball here. Balde did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lewandowski receives it in a wide position. Chance for a shot! Sorlot. 5 minutes to add. Crunching tackle. Thierry Correa. Vinicius Junior goes on a run down the left wing. Bayer. And he's intervened well there. And that is that. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. Thoughts on what we've just seen? Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look cap and the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Goal! Barcelona! And the game springs instantly to life.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Now it's Bojan. He's picked his way through on the through ball. David Villa is flagged offside. And he's quick to snatch it back. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. Oh, what a climb! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Rafinha, distributed tidily. Now it's Yamal. Vinicius, great chance! Quality ball. Well, they can break here. Now, can they get him away? Always onto this. Lovely. Goes for a shot! David Villa! Brilliant! A finish of true class! And they're at it again in double quick time. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Vinicius Junior. Look at them. Can he finish? Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Martin. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? It's run loose here. David Villa. There's the shot! Yes! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And now he has two. Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Camavinga. Can he get on the end of this? Elects to cross. And he's cleared it back out. Back in once more. Keeper's dealt with that. Turns and goes back. They want to be quick to recover this. And this is Maradona. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Now it's Villa. Now it's Maradona. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Swung over. Yamal gets into some space. And the finish! Balde. It's Bellingham. Xavi Alonso. Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, this looks sharp. And he's picked out the run. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's straight offside. Out to the left it goes. Azar. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rafinha. It's a really well-measured ball. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely weighted ball. Well, it's come to nothing. Oh, important interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he plays one through. Vinicius Junior! It's in! There was to be only one outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Marcó en el minuto 41 el dorsal 18.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Looking to play him in. Vinicius Junior. Rudiger. Now who's going to be first to this? Rafinha. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Played out wide. Hangs one in. And he's there to get it away. In once more. He'll try to keep this alive. And here's Rafinha, chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This possibly the last play of the half. Tries to get it clear. And it's half-time here.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Barcelona are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we're underway again. Yamal. And Rafinha. Over to the other side. And it's Azar. Azar takes a look up. Tries to cross. Rudiger with the clearance. Here comes another cross. And that's been repelled. And that's a throw-in. Bojan. Driving forward. Vinicius Junior. Messi. Searching passes played there. Looking for options for movement. Camavinga wins the duel this time. Rudiger makes the interception. Now he's got space here. Azar. Now it's Maradona. Nicely aimed pass. That's a shade optimistic.
Maradona really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Tries to get it clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bellingham. Messi. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rudiger. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, well played, well played. And that is a little undercooked. Always onto this. And he welcomes it in. He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Vinicius Junior is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bellingham.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That is a brilliant interception. Danger averted for now.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5. El dorsal 7.
And it's Balde.
That's good play from him.
Balde tries across. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Maradona. Tries to pass it through. Howson calmly anticipates. Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. He's a sharp little ball here. Yamal's cross. Header! Harmlessly behind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20.
Barcelona making another change here. Lewandowski coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Hazard. Now the cross. A header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cambio de jugadores.
So their 4th corner of the game. And he thumps it clear. And he's had a hit! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a good effort and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That looks a decent ball. Now it's Lewandowski. Out of play for a goal kick. Maradona. Oh, it's played into the area. And oh, he's been caught, and he shoots! No mistake! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
El dorsal 18. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio.
There's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
That's an imaginative pass.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Played through into space. Rodrigo crosses it in.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly measured that. Takes a shot!
4 minutos de descuento.
It's off target and by quite a way. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. 4 extra minutes added on. And it's Azar. Can he get it through? It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. The cross. Bayer claims it. Safe hands. And that's it. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que guarden cola de forma ordenada si van a hacer uso de nuestros puestos de comida.